If I could sit across a woman who's just beginning her self-love journey, self-growth journey, or maybe someone who's been on this journey for years but still feels tired, confused, and disconnected, this is everything that I would like to tell her. So, this episode today is not about lecture on self-love, and this is definitely not about becoming perfect, but this episode is coming through my lived experiences that I would like to share today. But before we start, I want to say that self love doesn't come by chanting affirmations or forcing ourselves to love ourselves harder. It comes through taking aligned choices, daily choices, sometimes uncomfortable, deeply honest choices. And let's begin. All right, so here's what I want to say. My number one suggestion is lift weights and build strength, not to punish your body, but to befriend it. Weight training has been one of the most unexpected self love teachers in my life. When I started lifting weights, it was not about shrinking my body. I didn't want to shrink my body, I didn't want to lose weight. And it was definitely not about punishing it. I wanted to befriend strength. I wanted to build stamina, to feel capable in my body. And also, I'm a bit of a nerd. I have studied exercise science and nutrition. And beyond trends and aesthetics, the truth is simple. Strength training is essential for women. It supports bone density, it improves your metabolism, it improves your hormonal health, it reduces long-term disease risk, it stabilizes mood, builds confidence, and mental resilience. And yes, the aesthetic changes are real. That's cherry on top. But here's the thing that I would like to add to it. If you want your feminine energy to truly thrive, your body needs to be strong enough to hold it. Softness without strength eventually collapses. Sensitivity without stamina turns into overwhelm. A strong body gives your feminine somewhere safe to land. And here's something that I want every woman to know. You haven't seen your strongest and radiant self yet. So include strength training in your life. Learn proper techniques, invest in the guidance if you can. Understand how your body actually works. This isn't vanity, this isn't obsession. It's a life skill, because building a strength this way, it doesn't just change how you look. It changes everything. It changes how you trust yourself. And trusting self is one of the deepest forms of self-love there is. Now, point number two is very much connected to point number one, and that is nutrition. Feed your body as an act of self-respect. Now that we have spoken about building a stronger body, strengthening it, we have to speak about feeding it. Your nutrition is not a responsibility you can outsource. Learning what nourishes your body without chasing trends, without swinging between extremes, is non-negotiable. If you want to deepen self-love, something has to shift here. You cannot keep treating food emotionally and then expect your body to feel safe. This doesn't mean controlling every bite. It also doesn't mean obsession or rigid discipline. It means learning to relate to food intelligently, becoming intuitive about what your body really enjoys and what nourishes it, not just in the moment, but over time. A lot of people think that there's something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with your body. It's not broken. It's not betraying you. It's responding precisely to what you give it. Learning nutrition or receiving guidance isn't superficial. It's not about aesthetics or performance. It's sovereignty. Because when your body is properly nourished, your emotions stabilize. Your energy becomes more consistent. Your intuition gets clearer. And then something happens that's subtle but profound. You stop negotiating your worth. You start respecting yourself quietly, steadily, without force. Number three is understand your menstrual cycle, or else you will live at war with it. This one is not optional for a woman. Before I understood my cycle properly, I thought constant discomfort was normal. Period pain, emotions swinging wildly half the month, this low grade tension that I had learned to survive with. I didn't enjoy my periods like most of us. And I believe that it was just normal to feel this way. But the truth was simpler but harder for me to see. There was nothing wrong with me. I wasn't broken. I was just disconnected from the wisdom of my womb. And when I started understanding my cycle and began connecting to its natural rhythm, everything shifted for me. I realized I was cyclical in a world built for linear output. And the world may take centuries to restructure itself around feminine physiology. So waiting for things to change and to receive some sort of permission is not an option. So Right now, the option is self-love, which means in this case, educating yourself. So learn about your feminine physiology, educate yourself, and then practice it by designing your life around it. And practice can sometimes look like saying no where you can to timelines, expectations, productivity models that are basically harming your feminine physiology. And yes, there are seasons and some situations where saying no is not possible. That's why strength and nourishment matter. A well regulated body, a well fed body has more capacity to move through misalignment without collapsing. When you align your life with your cycle, you stop fighting yourself. And when a woman stops fighting herself, she becomes magnetic. Number 4 is practice sacred feminine self care, not as a luxury, but as necessity. Sacred feminine self care is not our 10 steps nighttime routine. It is about creating a deeper connection with your feminine physiology. Practices like womb massage, breast massage, yoni steam, they all help you relax your feminine body. And you don't need to hire people to do it for you, though you totally can once in a while if you want. But simple daily or weekly practices can make a lot of difference. And you must be asking, why are we doing it? Why do we want our body to relax? We are doing it to create a deeper connection with it. So your intuition can open up and finally start to speak with you. Your body holds memories, not just personal, but ancestral as well. When you care for your womb, your hormones, your nervous system, you're not indulging, you are repairing years of neglect. This kind of sacred feminine care is beyond the beauty rituals. It's about safety. And the safety is what allows the feminine to open, feel, and create. So self-love here is gently opening your body and learning to listen to it before your body has to scream. Number 5 is be selfish when it comes to protecting your peace. Your environment matters more than what most people realize. The people you surround yourself with either nourish your life or they slowly erode it. If you are constantly surrounded by people who diminish you, drain you, or subtly compete with you, your nervous system learns to stay guarded all the time. You may not notice it immediately, but your body does. And a guarded body cannot thrive. If you have personal goals, fitness goals, creative goals, money goals, and the people around you do not support your growth, then they are not your tribe. Love is not proven through endurance. You're not here to stay small so others can feel comfortable. So self-love here is choosing spaces where your body can soften, where your breath can deepen without effort. Not everyone deserves to get access to your inner world, and that does not make you cold. If choosing yourself makes you look selfish, so be it. It doesn't make you selfish, it makes you self-respecting. Next one is set goals that make you feel more alive, not more acceptable. Most women are not living lives they consciously chose. They are pursuing goals that were absorbed from family expectations or social conditioning, or what looked respectable, impressive, or successful from the outside. I know this because for years, I have lived like that when I could not feel connected to most of the goals that I was working toward. I was trying to achieve, but I was not alive. And this is important to say. Self-love doesn't mean staying aimless or uncommitted. It means choosing direction from truth. Self-love is learning to recognize your deepest desires, the ones rooted in clarity, not approval. Your goals do not have to impress anyone. And here's how you know something is meant for you. You have to bring that desire into your body and then feel into it if it's expanding you or if it's contracting you. Expansion feels like breath, openness, quiet excitement, even if you have a little bit of fear around it. But contraction feels like pressure, heaviness. It feels like obligation. Trust your body because your body always knows what your mind does not know yet. When your goals are aligned with your truth, you don't have to force confidence. It emerges naturally because when your direction is true, your energy becomes coherent and the confidence follows. Next point is remove the people-pleasing mask, even when it feels unsafe. People-pleasing is not kindness. It is a survival strategy. And most women learned it early as a way to stay loved, stay included, stay safe. And it disguises itself as you being seen as easy, as understanding, as low maintenance. But every time you say yes, when your body is saying no, something in you learns to disappear. Self-love begins the moment you stop abandoning yourself for harmony. And this does not mean becoming harsh or confrontational. It means allowing yourself to be honest, even if honesty risks discomfort. The feminine cannot thrive when the truth is constantly negotiated. And when you decide to remove the people-pleasing mask, some relationships might shift, not because you became difficult, but because you became real. And the relationships that finally becomes safe is the one that you have with yourself. Next point is let your triggers teach you. Triggers are not flaws. If something is triggering you, it's not a flaw. Triggers are portals. Portals into the places within you that are still asking for attention, safety, and truth. Every time you experience a strong emotional reaction, something that triggers you, that tightens you, flares and floods your system, is not random. It means that something old has been touched. A memory, a belief, a wound that was never fully met. It's like someone presses on an old bruise and suddenly everything that was buried underneath starts surfacing. And in such moments, you always have two choices. One, you distract yourself, you rationalize, you blame the person who triggered you, you push it down and move on. Or two, you pause, you stay with the discomfort, you stay with what your body is revealing instead of trying to fix the situation outside. You tend to the wound instead of attacking the situation, the mirror that showed it to you. And yes, this takes courage because the healing doesn't feel graceful in the moment. It feels raw, it feels inconvenient, it feels destabilizing. But this is where the self-love becomes real, not in avoiding pain, but in staying present with yourself inside it. This is how the healing becomes embodied, not performative, not spiritualized, but lived in your nervous system, in your responses, and your capacity to hold yourself. Next point is choose your own rhythm in life, even if it feels lonely at first. Your life doesn't have to look like anyone else's. And there'll be moments when it won't look impressive at all. You will see others moving faster, hitting milestones, being celebrated, while your life feels quieter, slower, messier, and a lot of times lonelier. But the truth is, you were never meant to grow in single rhythm. Society is built on linear model. Same timeline, same definition of success, same milestones. But if that doesn't work for you, you don't have to move like that. Self-love is trusting that your soul knows the pace of your becoming. Some paths need stillness before movement. Some need solitude before clarity. Some need descent before expansion. And there is no concept like someone is behind or ahead of you. We are all just walking the way home that was designed for us. And yes, when you start walking your own unique path, it may feel lonely at first, but that loneliness is often the space where your truest self finally gets to meet you. Okay, my last point is stop trying to prove anything to anyone. Most of us have done this at some point. You know that quiet inner dialogue that goes inside of us? I'll show them. I'll prove them wrong. This energy may look motivating when you are in that sort of mindset, but it is rooted in resentment. And resentment binds you to the very people and moments you're trying to outgrow. Even when you were wronged, even when you were misunderstood. Living to prove something keeps your nervous system stuck in the past. It turns your life into a reaction. And self-love is refusing to waste your life on silent battles. You don't heal by proving someone wrong. This is not your work. Your only responsibility is to free yourself from the need to be seen, validated, or vindicated. When your actions come from truth instead of resistance, your life softens, your energy returns, and your power becomes quite grounded and undeniable. So in the end, I just want to say that self-love is not a destination you arrive one day when you finally become confident enough, healed enough, or perfect enough. It is a relationship with yourself, with your body, with your nervous system, with your truth, with your timing. Some days self-love will look like gentle discipline, devotion, lifting weights, eating well, keeping your promises to yourself. Other days it'll look like softness, resting, saying no, choosing quiet, letting yourself feel. Both are sacred, both are necessary. The journey isn't about becoming someone new. It's about slowly removing everything that taught you to abandon yourself. And as you do this work, strengthening your body, honoring your cycles, eating right, listening to your intuition, choosing your rhythm, something subtle but powerful happens. You stop chasing love outside of you. You stop negotiating your worth. You stop asking permission to be who you are. Because self love at its deepest is safety. It's knowing that no matter where life takes you, you will not leave yourself behind. And from that place, your body relaxes, your feminine opens, and your life begins to respond to you differently. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And trust that even listening to this means that you're already closer to yourself than you think. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you in the next episode.